Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking, along with El Jefe and the Walker. Welcome to episode 278 of Max Wrestling on Facebook, YouTube, and Andre Corbeil's Wrestling with Wrestling, along with MP3 platforms. It is June 9th, and we're 2 weeks away from back-to-back pay-per-views from both Impact Wrestling and WWE, but we'll get into that a little later. We're also hot on the heels of the Demoness retaining the promo championship last week, and congratulations to Cypher, who advances to the semis of the King of the Mic, and he'll be facing the winner of this week's bout between Mike Jolly and Ted P Dinero. Commiserations, Travis. Damn it, you two made it impossible to pick a winner. But unfortunately, a winner had to be chosen. But you still got the shape.
Yeah, I still get the shape. Well, I'm still gonna be there. Hey, Promo Slam. I said I'd be at Promo Slam. I'm gonna be at Promo Slam.
What more does the man have to do? He gigged for you people. Did you not see the gig? I was like, I'm voting for Trav, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna lose. I'm like, bro, you gigged. Everybody's like, it's a Cody move. Everybody's voting for you.
It is what it is. I mean, fuck it. You know, had my butt hurt a little bit. Well, of course, you know, everybody fucking loses. Some
hey,
win,
dude,
some...
we take this mad serious. We're in this for the competition. Otherwise, we don't give a shit. And why would we try?
I took this one a little bit more serious than I should have, but at the same time, you know, Corey, that's my boy. You know,
well, yeah, you took a chair to the face. Just saying, I'd take it a little extra hard too if I took a chair to the face.
Plus 2 chops from Cypher.
Oh fucking hell, that sucked so bad.
Not gonna lie, I messaged this dude. I'm like, dude, I love that you guys did that, but me being the barbaric, crazy a-hole that I am, I'm like, you should have just overhand chopped the crap out of each other like Walter.
Have you not seen how big of a motherfucker he is compared to me?
Hey, dude, more of a target area, baby. That's a soundboard right there. That's what Walter would do.
Well, I got him like too good on the second one. And then,
oh yeah, no, that second one it wasn't so much the sound, it was the impact.
Yeah, the second one was like I got into the moment and I just welled one right on to him. And he just looked at me. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
He got me so damn good. I'm like, damn it. Yeah. I felt that shit for 3 damn days.
Something changed in Corey's eyes at the end there.
Yo, yeah, he was like legit pissed. He was so legit pissed.
While you're there, blood running down your face.
Yeah.
Like we said, this week's bout is Mike Jolly versus Teddy P. The winner will face Cypher in a couple of weeks in the semi-final. So let's waste no more time and give it to you right now. This is this week's King of the Mic bout: Mike Jolly versus Teddy P. Unfortunately, due to the use of copyrighted music, the promo bout cannot be included in this show. However, it will be available in full on Max Wrestling YouTube channel. The winner will be announced on Monday along with the results. No, there is no other match. There's only one match this week. There was 2 matches.
Yep,
you know what? I mixed it with matches. I mixed it with months. Apparently it's July as well.
Yep.
Apparently it's not June anymore. Apparently it's not March anymore. Jesus.
Well, see, the funniest thing is Trav points it out, and I'm just like, wait, What? Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was just like confused. Dad's like, what are you? Oh, that's right.
Wait, we're still using months?
I thought we were just in stages of Jumanji.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we're going to be just nailing things into slate soon instead of just writing calendars.
Flying snakes. I'm just kidding.
All right, so into this week's WWE. A bit of a surprise to kick off Raw.
I was
You know
just gonna
what?
say, do we have to?
Raw was better this week than it was last week. Not much better, but better. We kicked off with a surprise.
But it drew the lowest first hour.
It does
I think,
that every
ever.
week.
Does it?
I love
God,
seeing the
how does
reports.
that happen?
I love seeing WWE break the record for the lowest ever ratings on Raw. I'm like, they do that every week. They just go down and down and down.
It's just so bad, though. Like, I mean, God, I can't even. I hate to be that guy that says this all like over and over and over again, but like this used to be popular.
Yeah, but it's true.
Like 5,000, like 5 million viewers was like the norm.
Yeah.
And then like 3 was like, oh, that's fucking low, man. We better. And then we got used to like a high 2, and then now all of a sudden it's like, dude, you're not even hitting 2 million. Like people do not give a shit anymore. I don't know if it's the lack of crowd or I'm thinking it's more a lot of people are just like, dude, they don't even know what they're doing with their own booking. And it's like, I don't want to waste my time. They would rather go watch Impact.
Which is a bad thing.
For that.
That's definitely not a bad thing.
No, not at all.
Well,
I mean, I haven't been in there yet, but I got to get there.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
So for like
Have
the past
access
hour,
to access.
for the last hour, I've been sitting here trying to think. I'm like, am I gonna have anything to talk about when it comes to WWE? And
Did you not
while
see
y'all
the size of
talking
Heath
about
Slater?
Well, yeah,
That should be the
Heath
thing
Slater came
everybody
back for
should
one
talk
night
about.
only.
Wait, what the fuck? What?
See?
We're talking about Raw. See, you should have. Oh God. I did because it's a habit at my house. The second my son sees me like sit down and truth be told, we got done watching some New Japan, and he just wanted to keep watching wrestling. And I'm like, oh well, it is 5:00, so I put right. So I put on Raw, and then the first thing I see is Heath Slater, and this dude put on an easy 35 pounds, easy.
Now, see, like, what are you talking about?
The free agent Heath Slater, the man from 3MB, the was it the 3-man band, baby? He came back to confront his buddy.
What the
So
hell?
basically, Dolph brings Heath back to confront Drew. I'm basically blaming him for holding him back all these years. So they end up having a match, which is very quick, ends with a Claymore, and then they're buddies again.
Okay, here's the thing that kills me with this, really, because we brought this up. It's driving me bananas. So Dolph brings this dude out. They just have like a fucking heart to heart. It's not a
It was a great
confrontation.
promo from Heath.
It was an excellent promo. This guy's he's telling him, he's like, when you got fired, I called you every day. He's like, I got fired. I ain't got shit from you. He's like, my kid's the whole whatever. He says, the last time we talked was on the bump. I was like, what in the fuck is the bump? And why did you say it with just like ease? And then he had said like, oh, you give him my shot or whatever. So he slaps him. And I'm like, is that all it takes to piss Drew off is just slap him? But hey, whatever.
So was it like legit one night only?
Yeah, he
Or
just confirmed that was his swan song.
You know what, dude? If this guy doesn't get signed after that promo, he just legit racked up his money everywhere else. I'll tell you that.
Well, he has said he's making an announcement on July 18th, which just happens to be the date of Slammiversary.
I was gonna say, like, isn't he teasing to be Rhino's partner in TNA or Impact?
Yeah, well, Rhino's teased it.
Yeah.
I got a partner and he's got kids.
Well,
Heath also joked on that line as well. I'm not
was gonna
talking
say,
about
well,
the
look
47
straight at the
kids
camera.
everybody thinks I've got at home. I'm talking about the 2 kids I've got.
I was like, oh, what do you mean you don't have 27?
You just ruined everything for me.
I was like, I thought he really lived in a double wide and all this. Like, I was happy for the guy.
But, you know, Heath's obviously following in the footsteps of Drew and Jinder by just beefing up, getting a push, and then coming back to WWE.
He looked great.
Because when...
So, speaking of following footsteps, you know, you got WWE following in the footsteps of AEW with a eye for an eye match.
Oh my god.
Yeah, shock horror. Speaking of horror. It was also announced in the weirdest fucking way. Like, Rey Mysterio's like, the stipulation I choose is I'm gonna pull your eye out. Huh?
And I was like, excuse me?
Ray, that's not a stipulation. That's a threat.
And I'm like thinking in my head too when he's all talking. I'm like, well, what are they gonna do? Like hair versus mask, career versus career, and then he's like, ojo pero ojo. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean eye for an eye? And then like my lady's like, what do you mean eye for an eye? Like I was like, what do you? I said this thing, and she just turned away. She's like, I don't even give a shit. She's like, I do like his mask with the mesh on it though. I'm like, oh my god, whatever. But I'm like, so what's gonna happen? The rules on WWE.com state that you have to win via pulling your opponent's eye out.
Yeah, like there's suspending disbelief, and then there's just stupidity. What the fuck? This is gonna be so ridiculous. It's gonna be some cinematic crap. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets to...
Is this why it's called the horror show?
Yeah, probably just because of this match. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets to Ray pulling out Seth's eye and it just changed into like CGI. Or it turned into an anime.
I kind of wouldn't mind that a little bit. That wouldn't be too bad.
I can see it now. Next Monday, Seth Green is going to be on there.
Oh, Seth Green, oh my god.
Yeah, Seth Green's going to narrate the whole fight. And then they're going to reenact it on Robot Chicken.
Yes, thank you. What they should do, I don't even know why I'm giving them the fucking idea. What they should do is like try to do like that, like a Mortal Kombat, like how like when they do the fatality and it shows like they should do something like that, because then you can go straight CGI with no impact to your dude. You know what I mean? But in that instance, you're calling it the horror show, so this is an all-out brawl. You know, maybe you're adding sound effects as it is when it comes down to like fucking crowd noise, because you know everybody's got a goddamn mask, so they sound like that. But it's fine. It makes sense. I dig it. Now is the opportunity to like add in some like extra sound effects when you hit a dude. Maybe, you know, maybe everybody's gonna just bleed like a mofo in this match or something. You know, gig. Neither one of them dudes are gonna gig. It'll be fake blood anyway. It's WWE. But I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna do it like that, go all out. Do something like crazy. Really bring it. Otherwise, you've legitimately painted yourself in a corner, and you're going to miss in every direction.
Fatality.
Just like that.
Yes, thank you. If Michael Cole says it, though, I'll be pissed off.
Oh
man, you played that, and it sounded like fucking Alexander damn hacked.
Right? I was like, oh my god, this guy's bleeding everywhere.
Let's just get Alexander to narrate the whole fight.
There you go, get in
there. Well, before we even got to that, we had Kyrie versus Sasha, and we didn't even know if Kyrie was going to be there because they removed her from the graphic, then they put her back on the graphic, then they removed her again right before Raw, because obviously rumors came out this week that she's retiring. Or going back to Japan for a year retirement tour. I don't know why.
So apparently the gimmick is when her husband, I don't know if she recently got married, but I guess the thing is she's married. Her husband lives in Japan. There you go. And so she's like, you guys suck. You guys don't like me anyway, so I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Go back home. do some shit
I
that
thought-
actually means something, and then retire.
I thought you were going to say she was leaving to get pregnant.
Oh God, no. Fuck, she's gonna go be a good wife and finish her craft where her fucking art means something.
So her husband just took her to one side one day and said, "Look, I want a long and happy marriage, but they keep putting you against Nia Jax. You need to leave."
I don't need to be able to have to walk you everywhere and remind you what your name is every day. Just one more throw into the steps, man, and it's over.
Poor Kyrie.
Poor everybody. What the fuck you mean?
Yeah. Funny, we haven't seen her for a couple of weeks.
There's probably reasons for that.
Yeah. But the match ended in no contest because Bayley caused the DQ.
It was good though.
Yeah, decent match. Like I say, I don't know when Kyrie's last date or match is going to be, but if that was it, meh. It was okay.
Yeah.
I would have rather seen her win, but obviously they're pushing the shit out of Bayley and Sasha right now.
That they are. I don't know if. I mean, I'm not hating it, but I feel like it's just kind of there.
Well,
I
I
know-
mean, there's no Charlotte and there's no
Thank God.
Becky.
Yeah, it's like those
So,
two are the
of course
most
they're gonna
established women they've got right now.
Was Natty not available?
Well, she's always available, but nobody cares. Sorry.
You're not wrong.
But that's the opportunity, you know. If you've got two established women, why are you just pushing them? Make some new stars. You got the opportunity to do it. Don't put
Right.
fucking Sasha free shows on all three. It's not needed. There's plenty of talented women on NXT.
Agreed, but at the same time, Sasha versus Io was really good.
Yeah, it was good for a special attraction.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
don't
glad,
need
and I'm
them
glad
there
they
to
went
be-
the right way and Io got the win. That's what they should be doing with Sasha or Bayley, just making stars.
Yes. There's reasons why you get pinned. It is to make other people.
Yeah, put them over.
Hey, what a concept.
It's a lost art of putting people over. Even John Cena
Could-
learned it late into his career.
I was gonna say I could have sworn even somebody like Cena learned that fucking that trade of
Eventually.
the trade. Jiminy.
So after the whole Kevin Owens, Rey Mysterio, eye for an eye thing, we got to the unveiling of the brand new US Championship, which was obviously designed by Anthony Walker because champion is so damn big on the front plate.
Right.
That's not the only thing big on that plate.
No, I mean, well, when you see like the
Oh, the
the
dingle?
professional studio HD photo of the belt, it looks normal. But just I don't know if it was the angle or the light, but on TV you could clearly see a purple penis on the front.
Yep.
And once you see it, you cannot unsee it.
Nope.
But it it fits very well for MVP because it seems like he's making up for something by flashing this thing around. That's not his.
Hey. He said, "You want to hold my belt?"
I was kind of like thinking, this seems familiar. Some guy can't win a title, so he's brought his own belt. Isn't that something Impact are doing right now?
Hmm.
And then we're going to get to somebody else doing it on Fyter Fest, but that's a little bit later on. MVP then tries to recruit Cedric Alexander. Much to, well, I don't know if it's to no avail. He seemed to think about it. Because,
I don't hate it.
Here's my thing with this. Since when in the hell did Ricochet and Cedric Alexander become and I'm gonna say this, they're trying. I feel like they're trying to be like Kid and Play. I feel like they're trying to be like a little extra. Well, no, let me reframe. I feel like Ricochet was trying to be a little extra hood with MVP, and I'm like, dude, what in the fuck?
pipe down, Trevor.
I was just like, bro, you. I don't know where you got your attitude, but Trevor.
Since, and my favourite line, creative had nothing for him.
Well, to be fair,
Tell the truth.
One of the best damn matches I've ever seen in person was Cedric versus Ricochet.
Mm.
Like, it was literally by far the absolute best match I've ever seen in person. It was.
I can agree with that.
It was
Well, not agree
actually.
with that, but I can.
It was Cedric's last match in the Indies. Right before he, it was like 2 weeks. I want to say before he got the contract with
Oh, the CWC
NXT. Yeah, that cruiserweight.
Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah, it was such a great match. I got hit in the face by Ricochet's boot. It was fucking great.
Well, what do you know?
You know, it actually took me like 2 weeks to realize that MVP and Lashley has already been done in Impact. I was like, oh shit, yeah. When Lashley was world champion.
Yeah, that is right. Shit.
See, it's taken you 3 or 4 weeks. But it seems like MVP is now trying to build his own stable.
That's what it
He's
feels
trying.
like.
It ain't
he's gonna
working,
try.
but he's trying.
Everybody's trying to build their own stable. You got MVP, and then you got Robert Stone running around in NXT. Join the Robert Stone brand.
No, Robert Stone just needs anybody that can win a match.
I love his pitch, though. It's like, look what I've done for Aaliyah's career. I'm like, what? Excuse me? You did something for her career?
Okay, you may have got her back on TV, but she's still not doing anything.
I was like, I thought she was on TV anyway. But
Rarely. She was a sporadic appearance. Now she's there every week. Losing Robert Stone money.
I was about to say,
We then had a 6-man tag between the Raiders and Big Show and Randy Orton and the stable that I have renamed, well, I haven't renamed because it didn't have a name. Selena Vega's group, the Vega Boys. Boom, boom,
Nice.
boom, boom.
the Vega Boy.
They want you in their room. Okay, Selena. I also saw somebody proposing how good an idea it would be to put Randy Orton with them and kind of like have a Legacy 2.0. Because he seemed,
what it feels like.
He was certainly leading the team on Raw and slapping them around.
I love that. Okay, let me reframe. I don't want to say love. I'm scared for Flair's health. I'll say that for a man that almost died not 2 years ago. And he's out there, no mask in this crappy environment of lack of testing, if you will. Or what did Taz go? There you go, slop shop. So it's like, but he, for a dude that had to relearn how to talk, like he could still cut a fucking promo. It's incredible.
That lisp is becoming a little more prominent.
That too. I was going to say that. And I love Randy in this whole thing was great. The whole thing. I love when he during the match he pulls Angel aside. He's like, "Hey, I'm a 3rd generation superstar like you. You need to get your shit together." He's like, "Otherwise I'm going to put you into the ground." And I'm like, "Did you just threaten to kill a man?"
Well, they have threatened to take somebody's eye out.
Well, hey.
Yeah,
Randy. We're going there.
Randy works very well with a group.
Especially with younger people behind him.
Yeah, exactly. He's a natural leader because he's been there for so long.
You're telling me. Shit. I'm still remembering when the guy debuted. I'm like, dude, I was not even in high school when he debuted. No, I think I was like a freshman.
He must be like the last of the Ruthless Aggression era now.
Yeah.
Batista's gone, Cena's gone.
Because I haven't even seen Shelton Benjamin either.
No, well, he's pretty much to Raw and SmackDown what Aaliyah was to NXT. He's sporadic appearance.
Sporadic. Yeah, I can't think of anybody else from the Big Show.
Well, yeah, I mean, Show comes and goes, and he's obviously there to promote Netflix.
Why is he here?
To promote Netflix, the Big Show.
Okay, well then let him do it on fucking Netflix. I don't give a fuck. Like, God, go away.
weird that they've done it now rather than when the show was actually beginning.
Right?
I mean, when they were running previews of it when it was first about to come on air, but there was no sign of Big Show. Now all of a sudden he's on Raw promoting it.
Well, hell, there's talk about him. I want to say the Kingpin in a Daredevil reboot.
Yeah, he wants to be the Kingpin. I can see it.
Yeah.
I mean, the voice wouldn't really match, but I can see it. Because, actually, I was just watching some of the old animated Spider-Man series last night, and just how over-exaggerated Kingpin was.
Yeah.
Just like this square of a man. Big Show slimmed down, though. I mean, he would have fit Kingpin more when he was 500 pounds.
Yeah.
It would still work, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know how it
CGI.
would work with that voice.
Yeah, that's the thing. The voice
Maybe
would throw me off.
auto-tune.
This is one from Daredevil, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I'm not mistaken, from that movie, wasn't there they had was it Michael Clark Davis or
Duncan, yeah.
Douglas? Yeah, Duncan. They had him play it. I'm like, well, good luck topping that.
Well, they did really great on the Netflix series.
Oh, I gotta watch that.
Yeah, I mean,
Such a
on the
nerd.
bright side, nobody really liked Daredevil, the movie.
I did.
Well, there's
I
got to
didn't
be
mind
one.
it.
There's got to be one.
Well, yeah, I mean, for crying out loud, I think you and I are the only two people that still like Ready to Rumble.
Ready to Rumble is an awesome movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. There's more people on the bandwagon.
Jimmy King
Well,
is the
I
best
like the-
wrestler. He's
But
the
if we're
best.
talking Daredevil, the movie with Ben Affleck,
Yeah.
Elektra.
That movie sucked, but she was hot.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Anyways, back to wrestling.
Fucking Taz, he's like, mm-hmm.
There
We
was a-
digress.
we digress. There was a weird moment after the 6-man tag where Truth and Akira Tozawa both ran into Randy, and Truth just like ran away. Akira comes up, oop, hello, like really nervous.
He
And
was like, oh,
just
shit,
like,
what the heck?
he went that way. Thank you.
I love how R-Truth thought Ric Flair was Tozawa, and Ric Flair's like trying not to laugh at him.
I don't know how anybody who works with Truth stays in character.
I know. I couldn't do it.
The best thing
What
about
does
it
this mean? Is Ric Flair going to be the next 24/7 champ?
oh God, please no.
I think that's what's going to happen.
I'm shocked it hasn't happened yet.
Ah.
It
If
would be
you know
like
what,
a 7th time.
if they pitched it to him, he'd be like, "No, give it to Charlotte."
Oh yeah, at her hospital, at home.
Yeah.
Give it to her at home.
Yeah, that was another thing as well. It was kind of interesting to see the dynamic between Rick and Andrade, knowing obviously that Andrade's banging Charlotte.
Hey.
I always refer to it as banging.
Well, it's
They're
true.
dating, they're courting.
They're engaged.
They're
as fuck,
engaged.
right?
Well, they're engaged,
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, they're definitely banging.
Yeah, that's still banging. Oh, yeah, they're definitely banging.
Once again, Ruby Riott was squashed, this time by Billie Kay. I'm enjoying seeing the Iconics get some wins, but obviously, as we said last week, they build into Ruby and Liv reuniting for some stupid reason.
Because they're bored.
Yeah, because they got nothing else for them. Shocker.
Just let them be them. Fuck. Like,
Yeah,
or
Liv
is it
had a
just a
perfect
book a
gimmick.
wrestling show?
Liv had a perfect gimmick and perfect momentum, and they just don't know what to do with it. It's because they don't expect it to get over as well as it does, and then when it does, they're like, "Oh shit, we didn't plan for this. Put her against Natty."
Okay, that's you're probably gonna help her out then. Let's do it. Then do it. Do it now. Natty will work anybody. Maybe not. Maybe not just. Maybe she won't work TJ though. No, nothing.
And then, of course, main event was Bailey and Asuka.
That one was good.
Yeah.
Man, every time you say the name Bailey, all I can think of is that shit you posted the other day. That's the mashup thing.
Oh, yeah, somebody used the morph thing on FaceApp, and you know what? They created some beautiful women.
Was it like, oh yeah, Bailey and like Alexa or something like that?
Yeah, and there was like, I think it was Sasha and Zelina. Damn, that was some good morphing.
I did see the first one, but I don't know about that. I didn't see the other one.
I was scrolling through them thinking, sign, developmental, sign.
Development.
What even is developmental anymore? Because it's shown at NXT.
Well, maybe it'll be Evolve.
Oh yeah, they purchased Evolve.
For nothing.
They got it on eBay.
Got it on eBay.
I mean, they've
got
been
the lowest bid.
For years now. I think they've been using Evolve as like developmental anyway. Like Triple H goes over there every couple of months to scout the roster, and the next thing they'll be on NXT.
Hell, if they're smart, maybe they might take some of their booking guys and be like, "Hey, maybe you know wrestling a little better. Try to write this shit."
But then, I love you. Okay, we're gonna stick with Bruce.
Oh yeah, you got 3 weeks. See you later. What do you mean you want to push people? Nah, that's not what we do here.
Wait, you want to do a segment in the bathroom? Just so you can dress up as
it,
Brother
bub.
Love? Okay.
Let me get you 5 cameras.
Go to camera 10. Go to camera 10.
Okay, go to the toilet, Cam.
So yeah, that was Raw. Like I said, it was better than last week. It just wasn't great, and once again the ratings tanked. But for some reason, not everybody cares about ratings, but they should, because what happens when they hit like 500,000? USA Network's gonna be like, hold the fucking phone. You promised us 2 million.
In reality, I want to say like, in the 2 hours that AEW was on, they get close to the similar ratings that fucking Raw does.
Yeah. The funny thing is, SmackDown is finally on par with Raw in ratings.
That's such a good thing.
It just took Raw to come down rather than SmackDown to go up.
Yeah, I was about to say. It was more of gravity's fault.
They were both around, I think it was 1.2 this week. Well, over the weekend.
Yeah. The thing that he does so well is he puts a smile on everybody's face.
Your show. We are going to steal the show.
I guess it's time for a new order.
Have you seen Max Wrestling?
I will show you the light.
We're talking about me. We're talking about the podcast machine.
Your boy, Moses Marquez.
Same day, new era.
We are the best at this.
Max Wrestling Podcast every single Thursday. Go to maxwrestlinguk.weebly.com for more information.
This is the pretty badass Kelly Klein telling you to turn it to 11 and take it to the mat.
Hey, this is the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. Welcome to the Madhouse.
On to Impact.
Thank God.
Travis has been waiting for this moment. We kicked off with.
Well, it's not even just Impact. It's like, hey, okay, so
Raw.
we got done with Raw, but we got done with that, and now we're almost to AEW, and that's where I really, really, really want to talk about.
Let's keep it. He's a high down. Keep it moving.
It was great. We kicked off with a great tag match with Susie and Kylie Ray defeating Rosemary and Taya, obviously because they're not really on the same page, and Taya's blind as a bat because she can't see what's going on with Rosemary and Bravo. And Susie did my favourite thing. Just, that's bad. Slap. It's been...
I cannot cope with that.
It's been
shit
2.5 months
Rosemary.
of watching Impact for me now, and that's one of my favourite things, is Susie, that's bad. I love it.
They do a shirt.
They should do a shirt. Impact, you're missing out. It's just the hand sign as well, like a cross with the two fingers. Like, that's bad.
That's bad.
I do that every time Raw comes on. That's bad. But yeah, Taya's blind as a bat.
Yeah, this crap they're doing with Rosemary, I'm like, no, bring back the Rosemary we used to know and love.
Yeah, I mean, she was a little more aggressive in the match than we've obviously seen her in these bar segments, but it's still not quite the Rosemary we know.
Yeah.
But obviously there was also some... there's a lot of back chat going on in Impact these days because there's no crowd, so they can talk out loud in the ring. And Rosemary was basically saying to Susie, all the work we put into giving you your powers back, and now you turn into an idiot.
Yep. I know.
And then it just seems strange hearing on a wrestling show we gave you your powers back. And then you go, oh, okay, yeah, they did the supernatural thing. Also, as well, when they were walking the dog to the ring, Bravo and Taya, I didn't even see the dog at first because it was so small. I thought Bravo was just holding a leash for no reason.
It wouldn't surprise me.
No, not at all. Bravo's whipped. Unfortunately, it's just not with Taya, it's with Rosemary. Then there was another tag match. This time it was a 4-way tag. Which can often be a clusterfuck, but it wasn't too bad, as we had the Dinas pick up the win over TGP and Fowler Bar, Reno Scum, and Triple XL, and then they brawl backstage.
Yeah, it was okay. I kind of like skimmed through it.
Yeah, I really hate like loads and loads of people in, apart from the Royal Rumble, obviously, and Battle Royals. I hate when they put like 6-8 people in the ring at once.
Well, I mean, like, I'm not trying to sound like an asshole, but, you know, it's not even that it's that, like, 4 teams. You had Triple XL in there as well.
Yeah, and Fowler Bar.
Well,
So
now
that's
you
3
sound like
really big guys in a multi-person, in like an 8-man match.
And Fulla, he's not too little neither.
No.
So, I mean...
There must have been 2 tons in that ring.
Just about. Well, just Triple XL, they said combined weights like 800.
Yeah, it's not the biggest of rings either. I think Impact's ring is kind of small.
Hefty.
Yeah.
Or maybe it just looked small with, the 3 super heavyweights in there.
Lord almighty.
Now, Travis, you know how much I love Johnny Swinger. So this week, he was looking for a disguise to go to the ring, and he found Suicide's mask. Later on, he found Suicide's costume. Couldn't zip it up all the way because obviously he's a little bigger than Suicide. And yeah, other stuff happened, but we'll get to that first. Willie Mack just defeats Swingerside.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, Willie Mack knew exactly who it was.
Yeah,
He's backstage talking to a half-dress.
He's got that purple superpower X-ray vision going on, so of course he knew.
Just talking to a half-dressed swinger, bad-mouthing Swinger to fake Suicide. And it's not the first time somebody's dressed up as Suicide, as we know.
Yeah.
This week's flashback moment was from Lockdown 2010, where Madison and Velvet defeated Angelina and Tara, and Madison became Knockouts champion, which kind of led into locker room talk, where Madison interviewed herself and announced that she was returning to the ring at Slammiversary for the Knockouts Battle Royal.
Yeah, that annoyed the hell out of me.
Oh, interviewing herself. I bet you've never been so glad to see Kiera Hogan interrupt.
Oh, absolutely. Like, is that even a question?
I mean, obviously, you're always glad to see it, but more so this time.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, Kiara and Sasha interrupt, followed by Havoc and Nevaeh. I don't know why Nevaeh's trash talking, because she's not won a match yet. She's lost to both Kiara and Sasha.
I don't know. But let them do their thing.
I mean, I was half expecting Kiara to just go, girl, shut up. We both beat you.
Yeah.
You got no room to talk.
She does so much shit talking on Twitter. It's ridiculous.
Who, Nevaeh?
No,
oh,
fucking
Kiara, I can believe. We mentioned Dreamer's awesome promo last week, and they announced that he was gonna be forced to make an apology to Moose this week, which was very sarcastic.
I freaking loved it. It was so funny.
I really want to see more
my
Dreamer.
ass off the entire time.
Dreamer's on fire. Great promo last week. Awesome sarcastic apology this week.
Yeah.
And he was punking out. He was outsmarting Moose without Moose realizing it. So he was like, "I spoke to the TNA Championship Committee, and they said that I'm gonna face you for the title at Slammiversary." And Moose was like, "You sound so stupid. There is no TNA Championship Committee." And Dreamer's like, "Yeah, just like there's no TNA."
Oh man, I'm not even gonna get into the story, but the whole Earth is flat thing.
Oh yeah, Moose is a flat earther too, and he said there's no scientific proof that the Earth is round.
Like, so Moose thinks that the Earth is flat. Okay.
Yeah, flat earther.
AJ Styles is like, that's my boy.
He's telling Vince right now, Vince, I told you I'm not the only one. Shut up, AJ. Go back to sleep.
Main event. Callahan defeats Josh Alexander with a little help from Ken Shamrock. They seem to be getting on the same page.
Fucking hell. What? Ken Shamrock.
You problem, my guy?
You didn't watch Impact, so you don't know what I'm about to say. He came out. This motherfucker is how old?
Oh, 50s.
Okay. And he's looking like, comes out dressing like Thugonomics. Like, what
Bullshit.
No, I'm dead serious.
Yeah, he's 56.
He's 56. Jesus. He's as old as my dad. Maybe I'm going to be like Travis and see Ken Shamrock. I don't. Keep it moving.
No, I ain't got a problem. I don't have a problem with him. He came out like baggy jersey, fucking baggy shorts. I'm like,
that's how he always wears.
Yeah, Shamrock's always dressed like that, shorts and vest.
I don't know. It just annoyed me. I don't know why.
I really hope they don't go too comedic with this tag team, because obviously Shamrock's deadly serious, and then Callahan's got the whole phone hacker gimmick from Watch Dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I remember that game.
What was up him like? I'm watching you kind of thing. Like,
Watch Dogs.
I don't understand. I'm like, you're supposed to be partners. Why are you watching him? You're supposed to be like.
Well,
I don't get it.
Sammy Callahan's crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like two former rivals coming together as a team, like Sheamus and Cesaro.
Yeah, but it's just, I don't know. It just don't make no damn sense.
The only disappointing thing, there was no teasers this week for the returns. I mean, obviously when Swinger was looking for a disguise, he came across Super Eric's cape again, but that was from last week.
We can't tease nothing. Heath Slater showed up on Raw.
Yeah.
We haven't heard nothing from EC3 this week neither.
No, he's literally teased every company now. So nobody knows where he's going.
AEW. Maybe New Japan.
Well, yeah, he hasn't done New Japan, has he?
No, it's true. I mean, they've only
Imagine him as a worker in New Japan.
Yeah, they've only just started producing again, so maybe next week.
There we go. Shows up at Dominion.
Oh.
If he shows up at Dominion, I would legit pop for him and then be like, crap. He's got to learn how to work and fast.
I mean, he was always a good worker.
I had my doubts. I mean, I didn't see a lot of his Impact run. I know he could put on a good match when he had somebody good against him. The question is can you put on a good match with anybody? And that's what New Japan will teach you. Like, basics are key, and almost no match in New Japan is bad.
Well, he managed to pull out a great world title feud with Matt Hardy, and this was way before Broken Matt. This was like normal Matt Hardy with no personality.
No personality.
It was Big Money Matt.
Big Money Matt?
Hell, he did
I don't keep her moving.
I went to a show, and it was EC3 versus Matt Hardy versus Jeff Jarrett, and it was a hell of a match inside of a cage.
Against Jeff Jarrett?
When the hell was that?
Yeah. Oh, this was a indie show.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
Was Jeff Jarrett throwing tortillas?
No, but Karen probably was.
Yeah.
Was he El Kabonging people with the guitar?
Yeah, yes.
Well, then, hey, it was probably a good Jeff Jarrett match then.
This my local indie promotion is called AML, and once a year they have like a show called Confrontation, where they like rival Impact and Global Force.
Now here's a big question: did Jeff Jarrett get drunk after the show and sing "With My Baby Tonight"?
Absolutely.
Probably, but I wasn't there for it.
Dare you not be?
I always love seeing him sing it live. Again, he tries to get the crowd to sing, and nobody knows the words. The only words people know is "I can't wait to be alone with my baby tonight."
Yep.
What does the shape have to say?
Shake.
It's time to shape up.
It's time for you to prove that you are more than a one-hit wonder.
It's only right for us to set that bar, to set that standard.
I take the shape of whatever I need to be. Travis Anderson, your time has come.
Max Wrestling presents Promo Slam August 20th. Go to maxwrestlinguk.weebly.com for more information.
Hey everybody, it's the interview queen Alicia Atute here, and you are currently listening to the Max Wrestling Podcast. It's time to take it to the max.
This is the voice of Killer Cross, and right about now, we're about to take it to the max. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Madhouse.
Last night was night 2 of both the Great American Bash and Fyter Fest. Before we go into everything, just preliminary, I'm going to say I think NXT took it again. Let's see what everybody else thinks. I think NXT had the stronger opening with a street fight between Mia Yim and Candice LeRae, while Fyter Fest had the tag team title match.
I'm going more with the tag team title match.
Okay.
It was a little bit better. Now I did love all the craziness that they did on the street fight, but I was more a fan of the tag match.
Like your normal street wrestling.
Now, coming from a guy that watched it in a very odd order, like, I want to say I was watching the opening of NXT during the FTR or
FTW.
8-man.
Oh, no, the 8-man.
Yeah.
Talk about the belt?
No.
Not yet.
It's really the way you look at it. Like, if you're going to go, like, match per match, you know, start to finish, I can see that. But if you just look at the overall card, I got to give it to AEW.
Well, I might change my mind by the time we get to the end of it. That's just preliminary. Also, I hope Mia Yim brought some blister pads after the match.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God!
What was she
So I
thinking?
I gotta ask about this thing. Maybe I'm the only one that thought that. Were they not both pinned? Would that not be considered a double pin?
No. What was Mia's arm?
But everybody's arms were flat. No. It was just Candace's arm over her, but
so
both their arms were flat.
I mean, yeah, both all shoulders were down, but Candace was technically on top of Mia. So, technicality.
Technicality, my nalgas. There was a similar thing back in the day between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels and the British Bulldog. There was a double pin. Why? Because both of their shoulders were down. So
and that was when?
Was it another
Back in
cheap shot that they have a dusty finish on Great American Bash?
No.
Okay.
Probably.
So
in my opinion, there was no damn loser. Everybody fucking won, fans and all. Oh, with that damn match.
Yeah.
It was fucking great. Mia Yim, I love her 10 times more now. Like,
with the Joey
straight
Ryan
out the
finish.
gate. Like, no, I'm not even talking about the damn finish. I'm talking about the damn opening, just coming straight out, whooping her ass, and then just, like, she grabs that trash can lid and just threw it over the damn ring. Not in the ring, over the damn ring.
So when you're a girl, a street fight means short shorts and boots.
Who wears short shorts?
Oh, damn.
I don't know if it was a nod to Kurt Angle and Shane McMahon either, but that's what I thought of when they put the plank across the top ropes.
Yeah,
it could have been, but from my knowledge, that's like something Joey Ryan would do all the time.
Well, takes a plank to know a plank.
Hey.
Just when I was starting to like him as well. Oh,
Right.
Joey.
God damn it.
Surprisingly, this was not the shortest match of the night, Lance Archer versus Joey Janela. It went past 2 minutes, and I already thought it was longer than I expected it to be. It went 11 minutes.
It went...
Now, see, this is kind of the one I wanted to, like, nitpick on. I'm like, I wanted to like it, but I'm like, Joey's getting way too much in. Now, maybe that's just me, but I was like, let him do the wacky shit. I'm cool with the wacky shit, but like he got in a lot.
Well, the way I look at it is he's like that deathmatch kind of guy, so he's used to taking a badass beating. So I could see it. So it went about. It did. You said it went, what, 11?
Yeah, 11 minutes.
I would say about 6 is what I would expect.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's not as bad. I understood it.
They even had time for a break during the match.
Yeah.
I just would have expected Archer to kill him. He'll kill you
No,
inside
see,
of 3
what-
rounds, Rack.
Now, see, I would have expected like next week it would be like Lance versus Sonny Kiss, but no, Sonny Kiss gets a title match.
Yeah.
Has that been announced?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a few matches announced for both shows, which we'll get into in a minute. Meanwhile, on the Bash, we had... Okay, this is where my internet died for like 20 minutes, so I missed out on this bit. We had Tony Nese versus Bronson Reed. I don't even know who won.
Fast forward through.
Yeah, I'm guessing Bronson Reed.
He squashed him with a splash and legit was like squash, and then Morrow was like, "Oh, I hope we have a big enough spatula for Tony Nese because he got squashed." And I'm like, first off, that's hilarious.
They're basically turning Bronson Reed into the new Bull Dempsey.
Maybe. I know they're trying to push him. You can tell they're trying to push the guy.
Seems strange though, where they put him against Kyrie and Cross a couple of weeks ago.
I had
revenge, man. And plus that match was good.
Zero interest in this match, so I just fast forward through it.
Trav's out here with the how you doing caper move.
Did you have any more interest in the next match, which was Johnny Gargano versus Isaiah Swerve Scott?
That one was fun.
Oh, absolutely. That was great. I really enjoyed it.
About to say, as opposed to Cody on Hot Ones.
Well, I actually
who wasn't really on Hot Ones.
I missed out on a bit for you, Travis, because before the match we caught a glimpse of Shotzi Blackheart.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, she runs over Robert Stone's leg, and this guy's just screaming for his life.
I can't remember who it was. Somebody shared a GIF on Twitter of that, and I watched it probably about 15 damn times.
Yeah, it was NXT themselves that shared it. And
now my thing is like, I love this, and I love Robert Stone just randomly getting beat up every week, but he's got to end up in the dumpster. Like that's got to be the thing.
Yeah.
He's got to end up in or a trash can.
She literally ran over his leg too. There's no give there.
It wasn't. It, like literally, his leg slid. Like the little tank just pushed his leg till his leg wouldn't go no damn farther. Then it finally made it over.
I mean, luckily it's only a small tank and she's a small girl, so hopefully it wasn't too bad.
Little she just gets that up. See you later.
That's what you get for not wearing socks.
Exactly.
We did have a squash match on Fyter Fest as well. Actually, no, before we get to that, we had the 8-man tag. Which, again, like we said on Impact, can be a clusterfuck. They managed to separate these guys pretty well in this one. So we had Andy Williams and the Blade, the Lucha Brothers defeating FTR and the Young Bucks. Surprisingly, nobody said that result. Everybody predicted FTR and the Bucks for the win.
I was really conflicted about this one last week when we were doing predictions because, like, Lucha Brothers this was their first match back, I think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm like, okay, so they have to get the pin, but at the same time, I'm like, there's FTR there.
Yeah.
So I was conflicted, so I just went with FTR.
I mean, it's set up a good match for next week at Fight for the Fallen. We've got FTR versus Lucha Brothers.
Yes, I cannot wait for that. I've been wanting this for so long.
And Dax tweeted, "This one could take a while." And I'm not mad. Go as long as you want. It'd be a great match.
Right? I think it would be awesome. You're definitely setting up Pentagon and Phoenix for Hangman and Omega, or maybe even FTR for Hangman and Omega.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the Lucha Bros that are going to finally take the belts off of them. I don't know if it's going to be via deception between the two, or they're just going to out-wrestle them.
This not just that, but it'll also be like this feud with FTR and the Young Bucks are going to go for a while as well, I'd assume.
As that Tweety Bird behind you agrees.
I thought I saw a tag team match. I mean, I was way off thinking Private Party were going to take the belts last night. I don't even know why. It just felt like time for a change because they had 2 tag title matches back to back.
Honest to goodness, when I first was watching this whole thing, I immediately thought, "Oh crap! The last time the tag titles changed hands was on an opener."
Oh yeah.
So that's what had me thinking. But then it didn't happen.
That was a great match too.
And then, so we didn't talk about Taz and the FTW Championship.
Yes, because I completely missed this as well because Sky Broadband are awesome.
So
it's literally the same belt from ECW.
So it's only been held by like 2 people. Well, Taz and Sabu.
Yeah.
And the only reason why it was held by Sabu is because Taz pulled him on top of him.
Yeah. This belt was made because he considered himself the uncrowned ECW champion. And so he walked around with the FTW Championship, the Fuck the World Championship. And then now he's giving it to Brian Cage, and he's going to kick the shit out of Jon Moxley. I love how Taz said shit, like right back to back. And I'm like, well, now they can't say shit for the rest of the night.
I had to get that in there just because when I know something, I want to make people know that I know shit.
Hey, I know some shit.
I do my research.
Sometimes. He's like, why isn't that on the goddamn knowledge challenge?
So WWE, Impact, and AEW now all have somebody walking around with an unofficial championship.
Yep.
Which one is it in fucking WWE?
Well, MVP's walking around with the new US title, which isn't his.
Oh.
Because he's not the US champ.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't watch it, so I was so confused. I just thought they just revamped it, and that was it.
You know what? I struggle to even remember who the US champion is most of the time.
Apollo
Crews.
It's
currently Apollo Crews, and he still has the old championship.
That belt was originally debuted, I think, was given to Eddie Guerrero, was the first guy to win it, I believe.
Yeah.
And then Apollo Crews is going to be the last guy to hold it.
He beat Benoit?
I want to say, yeah. And I know this was back in 2003.
Yeah. Yeah, because then Eddie won the world title in 2004.
Yep.
See, we know our shit, too.
So the Dick and Ball title isn't even a real fucking title.
I mean, it is. It will replace the current title, but MVP's holding it at the moment because he feels he's the US champion because he pinned Apollo Crews.
What the fuck?
Right?
It's such good shit.
Such good shit. But back to AEW, yeah, that's the exact belt they used in ECW, which I'm surprised they managed to get because doesn't WWE own everything ECW?
Taz owns that belt.
Cool.
That's Taz's, he made it. It's his design, his everything.
Good man. Taz knows his shit.
Yeah, I must say there's something there. That Taz is not exactly he's not the brightest bulb on there, but he'll shine when he needs to.
So the squash match we were going to talk about was Nyla Rose defeating Kenzie Page and Kylan King in 2 minutes 11 seconds.
Why not use this opportunity to maybe sign somebody and get him in there?
Well, I didn't even know.
Debut somebody.
Did we know it was going to be a handicap match, or was it just Nyla Rose versus TBA?
It was TBA.
So you're just bringing 2 jobbers. Okay.
All right.
I'm more intrigued about what happened after the match because who the fuck is it? Who is the manager? That's what I'm dying to know. It better not be Awesome Kong.
I have a funny feeling that's who it's going to be.
Yeah, where the fuck is Awesome Kong?
She's finishing up Glow.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
another season.
Cool. Yeah, because
I've been waiting.
They just dropped that whole stable thing because people didn't like it, and then we never saw her again.
Well, they dropped it because Awesome Kong was like, well, what the fuck do you guys expect me to do? And then she's getting ready to take off for TV. And then bald-headed homegirl like was not getting over. And then Brandy was like, I'm a fucking heel, but I'm a face when they come out for my hunt. And then she's like, everything just got so goddamn confusing.
Mm.
They were just like, we better pull the WWE and just walk away.
Well, WWE would have just run it into the ground.
That's completely true.
No, if it was WWE, it would still be going to this day.
Yeah, they would have milked the shit
shoving it
out
down
of
our throat.
Vince, it's shit, but we can turn it into gold. No, you can't.
Drag it out for 6 weeks. Telling you, pal, I know how to do this.
All we need to do is have the same match 3 weeks in a row. Okay.
Yeah, 50-50 booking.
Now, did I miss something? What the fuck happened to Colt Cabana?
He's officially Dark Order, is my guess. I guess he was a tryout.
I mean, like, his ribs were...
bruised.
Yeah, his ribs were purple.
It was
that I don't know.
Did he get into another lawsuit with CM Punk, or...
Who knows, bro?
That was like... It was a great paint job that got ruined. Because, like, you could, like, the doctor or the trainer or whatever was, like, rubbing his ribs there. And then if you look at, like, towards his back, you could see where the fingers were.
Nice.
Hey, it's amazing what you get from Amazon.
It's a cold spray and there you go.
But as for what was it, like right after this it was announcing the matches for next week?
Let me take a look at next week. Is there a match for Dark Order next week? We got Cody and Sonny Kiss, we got the world title match, and a tag match. That's all I can see.
Okay, well, they announced the Elite
that one,
versus Jurassic Express.
I was looking for Dark Order.
There's Mox and Brian Cage. But they said on the show that Cody's will be in action defending the TNT title. But that text message thing, they announced through Cody's like text message who his opponent is, and that's Sonny Kiss.
Inside of Scoops, eh?
Yeah.
See, there is a point.
Gee, Willikers, I gotta get this one on the hot press.
And we all thought it was just gonna be like market research,
right?
But, yeah.
You need to be your own Dave Meltzer.
Just like we all thought, Cabana and the Dark Order got the win over SCU.
And again, they let Colt get the pin so he can feel good.
Boom, boom.
At least he didn't like jump up and pump his fist like last week. Like, fuck yeah! Oh shit! I wasn't supposed to be happy.
Yeah, it's intriguing what they're doing with Colt Cabana. They've actually made him interesting.
It's funny because like Brody's still pulling the McMahon gimmick. Oh, you're hurt? Okay, well we have a match. And then he's hurt, so he has a match, and ever since he's started working with Dark Order, he's undefeated. So yeah. Definitely Vince McMahon.
Do you guys watch BTE?
I need to.
You should, because like some of the stuff they do is first off, it's all hilarious, and second off, it doesn't like play in, but it just so the Dark Order's doing a skit, and I keep forgetting the two dummies. The first two guys, Alex Silver and whoever the other dude is, they going around to like everybody asked like, oh, you know, maybe they're trying to entice them to join the Dark Order, and so they do it. And actually, I think at one point it was either Hangman had said like he was considering doing it, or like he liked their offer, and then all of a sudden, like he just changed his mind. And so Brody Lee found out. He's like, "What? You let Hangman go?" And he's just like throwing papers at their head and shit, and they're just bumping. He's just like, "Don't you guys like drinking whiskey?" Huh? Cowboy shit? You don't like cowboy shit? He's just screaming at him. So he calls Uno on the phone. He's just like, what are you doing right now? Okay, well, stop that. Grab a stack of papers and smash your face with them. He's like, we should have had Hangman Page. And he hangs the phone up. And so that was like last week's episode. So this week it opens up with, okay, I'll do you that solid, boss. And then you just see Evil Uno, bam, and just take a bump. It was the greatest. I laughed so hard. Like my stepdaughter was like, what? What's so funny? Oh, it was great.
So on NXT, we had the former El Fantasma,
El Legado del Fantasma,
Santos Escobar. He literally sounds like a drug baron now.
Santos Escobar.
Raul Mendoza and Joaquin
That's
Wilde.
Just sexy. I'm sorry, that name is just sexy.
All three of them are.
Right? And I'm loving the gear. Like, everybody, like, this is, get rid of the suits, walk around in that gear all the time.
Yeah.
That works perfect.
I keep...
Hey, Dazzy.
Yeah.
You want to see how to piss off Moses Marquez?
Okay.
No.
I'll fast forward through this one.
You're a piece of shit.
Until they come out on the stage, I keep forgetting that one of them is DJZ.
Right? Which is a good thing because I really don't want to remember that character at all.
I hated that gimmick.
It was so bad.
But I do love also Breezango's new gimmick of the creative entrances mocking their opponents.
Lucha Mask.
Oh. How the fuck did these guys not get over on? Well, obviously, nobody gets over on SmackDown.
Jeez. If they would have been doing shit like this, and not just like the fashion police, we have to figure out shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If they'd have let them do shit like this on SmackDown.
All I know is Fandango getting hot tags is like he's like the best hot tag guy there is in NXT.
Mm.
Like I love when he gets the hot tag. It's great.
He's so far apart from the original Fandango that we saw, the ballroom dancer.
Mm-hmm.
Even though everybody loved that gimmick, and the theme song got over as fuck.
I think because we like to. Yeah, it was probably just a piss.
It was just fun.
It was fun. I'm not gonna lie. I did some Fandango when I went to some shows.
It almost got to number 1 in the UK. That's nuts.
That's awesome.
Just everybody downloaded it after WrestleMania.
I could just imagine you like trying to take the bus to work, like shut the fuck up. Oh, sorry, mate. They probably fight.
Well, it wasn't really a squash match, but it wasn't a long match. Following this on the Bash was Santana Garrett pretty much jobbing to Mercedes Martinez. She's a jobber in every company.
People hate this girl. Well, she was a fucking world champion. She's a good worker.
She's really good at putting people over.
Yeah, that's true too. But come on, give her something. And then Mercedes Martinez is like, I understand we need to be reintroduced to her. Shouldn't she beat somebody established then?
Well, I mean, if you know your shit, you know Santana Garrett.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I don't really understand the hate for her.
Yeah. She's good looking. She can work. Second generation superstar. What's there not to like? Who the hell's her dad? Kenny Garrett.
Kenny Garrett.
Who the fuck is Kenny Garrett? I've never heard of this poor fucker.
He's Santana's dad.
Oh my gosh. I can't find a fucking thing on this poor fucker. This is how you know that you're completely irrelevant. Oh, he was a territory wrestler back in the day. That's how you know nobody gave a shit, Bob.
Okay. So yes, that's the extent of her family. And her relationships.
This goes like, I was trying.
He's gonna try. Okay, then the main event on both shows. despite what they said, we all knew the result for the Bash, multiple endings, blah blah blah. Keith Lee becomes double champ. Meanwhile, on Fyter Fest, great match between Jericho and Orange Cassidy, and it was actually the longest match of the night.
Excellent match.
I think was it? I think it was Daniel Crimmins actually. He said even though we knew the results, Adam Cole and Keith Lee did a great job in, getting you into the match.
That was DC. And he's 100% right. Like, that match was very, very good. I did feel like Keith Lee had that monster appeal, though. Like, no matter what Cole did, that monster of Keith Lee would come right back.
Yeah. The finish.
I'm not saying they made it bad or nothing. I'm just saying that was,
the finish seemed a little abrupt.
A bit.
Just finish, pin. Yeah. I think it could have been a little bit more creative, but I won't take that away from him.
Try to protect the BBC.
Yeah. They also then, of course, showed Cross and Scarlett up in, I wouldn't say the rafters, skybox. If it's a skybox, it's the most box-looking skybox I've ever seen. It was tiny.
Right? It was legit. It fits 6 people. You're fucking telling me.
I'm sure I can actually see, like, sound equipment, so maybe it's the tech area.
Yeah, I was half expecting to see Gronk up there.
But the strange thing was Scarlett sort of disappeared, and I was expecting her to like go to the ring and do something, but nope. The show just ended.
Yeah, like
Keith Lee owns them a clock, so or
it kind of seemed like Karrion Kross was pissed that Adam Cole lost. Like he's like, damn it, I was wanting to beat him.
Yeah, so we all thought Cross just wanted Adam Cole, but now he seems to just want the NXT title.
Yeah.
I really hope they don't unify the belts. So I'm happy that Keith Lee's double champ, but at the same time, I didn't want Keith Lee to win. I didn't want anyone to win. I wanted it to be a no contest, which is what I predicted, and I was wrong. Just because I really want to see these titles stay separate. And I know what Vince is like.
It helps when, you don't unify everything and you have one fucking champion and the other belt you have is a cruiserweight division.
Yeah, they definitely need that mid-card title.
It's helpful.
The one thing that I hate about having, like, that Keith Lee as both champs, like, if they don't unify it, then, okay, so let's say Karrion Kross goes and pins Keith Lee for the North American title. Yeah. What does that say about him as the NXT champion?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless he relinquishes it.
I think he's going to have to.
Yeah.
I just don't like it. I don't like those situations.
Yeah, exactly why I wanted a no contest. But I don't get what I want.
No.
Yeah, Dad's but.
And like we said, main event on Fyter Fest, Jericho, Orange Cassidy. Aubrey gave him a lot of leeway.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like the thing in AEW. Like I was talking with Harold when we were doing that whole thing, when we were watching it. Like they love to do I think Tony Khan is a fan of like lucha style referees, where like they kind of just let a bunch of shit go. They don't give a fuck about tags, and then they get themselves over. Because Aubrey I don't know who's selling more, the guys or Aubrey. I love her to death, but I mean, like every bump, she's like, "Oh my god, that was great."
Aubrey's a genuine wrestling fan.
That she is. That she is.
I think I'm gonna stick with NXT as the overall winner, though.
Oh. I'm sticking with AEW.
Yeah, I gotta stick with AEW. I mean, you had Keith Lee, everybody already knew. And not just that, but now, like, the outcome of what could happen with the titles. Like, fucking, what's his damn name? Tony Nese. That match was meh. There was, like, a couple squash matches.
A lot of NXT's points come from Mia Yim.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, now, granted, that was the first 30 minutes of the show, so, but, I mean, overall, match to match, I got to give it to AEW. I have to. So, it was great. The street fight was amazing. Shotzi running over dude with the tank was great. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is it was probably one of my favorite matches of Keith Lee. But AEW definitely took it.
All right. So next week, NXT is just NXT unless they change it to like Road Wild or Beach Brawl.
I was just gonna say that's the only thing that would fit in the July theme of WCW pay-per-views would be Hog Wild or Road Wild.
Yeah, I was looking this
which
morning.
I believe they own one of those names. So
Mick Foley's gonna show up next week on NXT, and it's gonna be Christmas in July.
It's always Christmas when Foley's around.
Yeah.
So Fight for the Fallen, we have Jon Moxley defending the world title against Brian Cage. Cody Rhodes defending the TNT title against Sonny Kiss. We have the Elite versus Jurassic Express. FTR versus the Lucha Brothers. And on NXT, just NXT so far, we have Io Shirai defending the women's title against Tegan Nox. Damian Priest versus Cameron Grimes. And Johnny Gargano's doing something.
Yes.
So I think we're just gonna take a break from prediction next
we
week.
won't put the title on the line next week because we got 2 real pay-per-views next week to predict. But yeah, look, we got possibly Slammiversary. That's Champion's discretion because not everybody watches Impact. But we do definitely have the Horror Show at Extreme Rules.
What about Dominion?
Again, not everybody watches New Japan. Even I've fallen out of New Japan too.
That's terrible. Well, since you said that, let me try to get you back into New Japan. They're in the semi. Well, the semis are done. They're in the finals right now for the New Japan Cup. The final is going to be Kazuchika Okada versus Evil. Not exactly the final I wanted, but if you were to watch the tournament, and there's 8 matches I've recommended to people on this tournament. 2 of them that I didn't rank, and that is Yuji Nagata versus Minoru Suzuki, and the other one is Taichi versus Kota Ibushi. I know, Taichi, you're probably gagging in your mouth. I don't blame you. Believe it or not, he actually was really good in this tournament.
No, I always liked him.
And then, I mean, his gimmick kills me, but when he wants to turn it on, he can work. I rated 6 matches. The lowest I rated was a Taichi match, but it did. Oh no, it was actually an Evil match. It was Evil versus Yoshihashi. Yoshihashi was all banged up, so the dude kills him with a chair, like just destroys his knee with a chair, and then every time like Yoshihashi would do something, he'd just kick him in the leg.
Fair enough.
Then he'd put him in a sharpshooter and made him tap out. I was like, that's awesome. So Evil looked like a badass, and that was his whole thing going forward. And then the best match I rated, I won't give the whole thing. The best match I rated was Hiromu Takahashi versus Kazuchika Okada. That was the semifinal. That I gave 4 3/4 star.
All right. Well, this is how out of the loop I am. When did Hiromu come back?
Hiromu, oh god, he came back. I want to say it was like January, February, something like that. He came back earlier this year.
Cool.
But when he came back, he went on a tear. I want to say he went up against Will Ospreay like right off the bat and took the junior weight title from him, and he's had that since. And then him and Ishii had a great match too. Takahashi and Ishii.
Yeah.
That was that one was fun. And then the funniest thing that killed me is like those dudes are like the same height. It's the best.
Cool. All right. Well, you know what? There's so much wrestling to get through. Especially watching Impact again now. All right. Speaking of so much to get through, Promo Slam 2020 is 6 weeks away, and for the first time ever, The Shape will go one-on-one with Travis the Walker Anderson in a special exhibition. Plus, the Promo Championship is on the line as the Demoness defends against this year's King of the Mic winner, whoever that may be. The Knowledge Championship is also on the line when the Phoenix defends against both Kenny Killer and Moses Marquez with a brand spanking shiny new belt.
That one looks pretty.
It's nice. Real Metal.
There you go.
In another exhibition match, Brittany Savage goes head-to-head with Rob Chef for the first time ever. Boom, boom.
Alright.
That all takes place on August 20th, and don't forget the pre-launch show on August 17th, featuring Mike Larkin versus Daniel Crimmins, Judge versus Judge exhibition. For more information, go to matchwrestlinguk.weebly.com.
When did you say the pre-launch was?
That'll be the 17th, the Monday.
You should do it on a Tuesday.
17th on a Tuesday?
No, I'm just saying you should do it on the Tuesday.
Okay. Why is that?
Because that is my birthday.
Oh, yeah. Well, awesome. You're not on the pre-launch show.
I don't give a damn.
hey, Trav, guess what? Happy early birthday. But are you ready for this? Guess who's got to work on their birthday? Me. Because next Thursday is mine. Or the 23rd, which is a Thursday. Which is when we record this show.
Yay.
Daz is like, oh shit, I gotta make it more than birthday. I don't give a shit. I took 2 days off of work, and they're like, for what? I'm like, it's my birthday, and they're like, I'll take my birthday off. I'm like, well, that sucks to be you.
Yeah, I always take it off. I've never ever worked on my birthday.
I used to all the time, but then I got into a position where I get like all kinds of paid time off, so I was like, yeah, right. And then all my paid time off hours reset every July. So it's like, perfect. I know I have the time. Don't tell me what I have. I know what I have.
Yeah, I don't think anybody knows right now. Everything's just gone up in the air.
That's the scary seriousness of it all.
Mm-hmm. All right, well. The bell has rung for another week, and we must now bid you adieu. So before we go, remember to like and follow Max Wrestling on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. We're also on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and CastBox.
CastBox.
And just like every other week, you can find us on Andre Corbeil's Wrestling with Wrestling. You can find me at the Captain512 on the old Twitter machine. You can find Travis at Walker_TA92, and El Jefe has some news for you.
News indeed. First off, make sure you're following us everywhere. SMR Podnet, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Hiatus has finally come to an end. I know. Everybody was like, what the fuck happened? It's finally come to an end. I went live the other day and I gave reviews of the 6 matches that we were just talking about, but I didn't go in depth, obviously. I go a little bit in depth. If you don't want to watch 2 separate videos, and I don't blame you, I got yelled at from the wife, so I had to cut it and then go back, to it. I'm going to be finishing up the audio, so let us know that you want the audio. Shoot us a message, tell us whatever. I don't give a shit. Just let me know you want the audio. I'll get it out there for you guys. You can listen to the review. I'm going to do the finals and then, of course, probably an entire review of Dominion. Not 100% on that, but we'll see. It's not 100% official as of right now, but the fantastic Mo and Trav Untitled AEW NXT review show may be going away. If it does, just consider possibly an interactive review of AEW and NXT. I don't know just yet. All I know is Retro Rewind is going to be the mainstay for the time being, and anybody who wants to get crazy and doesn't want to mess with just reviews, you can make sure to follow SMR Podnet on fucking Twitch, because we're live streaming some N64 games every day for about an hour. Check it out.
All right. Twitch no longer makes you dick itch, people.
There you go. And I don't plan to get kicked off like RVD did.
And next week, it's in the King of the Mic. It is Modus Marquez versus the debuting Ronald Hill.
Oh,
I cannot wait.
I've got something interesting I'm doing. Now, I'm going to say this, and Ronald, maybe you're listening, maybe you're not. If you're not, that's perfectly okay. I'm going to be very distinct about this. Once upon a time, I did the King of the Mic. It didn't go so well. I don't plan to repeat that. So let me just leave you with that. I noticed that Ronald knows how to make videos, and that's fantastic. Well, check it out, bub. So have I. Okay, I've learned a few things. I've done some research. I've learned how to cut, edit, paste, and put some shit everywhere and anywhere. So I'm excited to see what he brings to the table, but at the same time, understand that you are not going to get that Mr. 9%. And I will gladly own it.
Good times.
You know who else? I'm excited to see what they bring to the table.
Would that be Crooked Smile?
Yes, and another.
Alexander.
Alexander.
Oh, for the promo bowl, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, Phoenix ain't got nothing.
Oh, fuck you. You're just bitter because
there's no advantage against me now, hombre. You know what I mean? Now I'm not at no disadvantage, so hold on to that nice new thing. Polish it up real nice for you. You know, get the leather smelling good because it's coming back home with Daddy.
Also, next week we'll be talking both Slammiversary and The Horror Show at Extreme Rules. I die a little bit inside every time I have to say that.
It's already a horror show.
That, my friends, is the bottom line. Goodbye, and good night.
Adios.
Big Daddy No Belt.
Oh.